All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, so it's Monday today, 27th of April, and we're just going with the next update for the TMX and for the Predixa. So we're going to provide for you today some overview, the difference between the poly market and that what we have in the Predixa, what we're going to have, and of course, why it's the really great to participate right now on the early stage. So also we have Brian, he's setting up right now the new computer. So like, I hope he will going to set that up while there, like, a few minutes, I'm gonna do my part of the overview, and he will gonna provide, like some additional update. So let's just start it. Jake is not gonna join today because he really busy with that development for the Predixa with the devs. So let's just start, guys, because he's gonna be on Wednesday. 100% he's gonna be on Wednesday. Okay, so like let's just start from that, and we're gonna go step by step. I'm just gonna put it right over here. All right. So guys, like right now, as you know that we have the new product, which is on the development. And basically, yeah, so like Jake worked 24/7 to make it as more faster as it possible. Yeah, like, to provide all the settings up behind it. Yeah, so like just to make everything on the back end. And while right now people can participate, yeah, so like on the early stage, on the round of the creation. So like, it's possible to get even additional bonus of the 10%. So like you can reach out to Brian, to Dave, to me, or to Jake to get the special code, which will gonna give you like 10% of this bonus. Yeah, so like you can see that people join. So even right now we have like 128,000 inside the pool and like 33 days more to participate. So like that's the pretty awesome, because this creation stage provide an opportunity to receive the passive income. So like it works the same like the liquidity providers join on the DEX. So like, the same we have right over here. But I just wanna like, provide the difference, yeah, like, between the poly market and Predixa, because guys, many people been asked, so why you think the Predixa is better? Why you think that Predixa is definitely gonna be interested for the people to join, and why, people definitely gonna start to trade on this, why they're gonna use it. So, like, for that, let's just go firstly to the poly market, because I already tested, like, just testing from time to time. Most of the time I'm losing the money right here. So like, not actually making, because was trying on this, like, prediction stuff of the Bitcoin and like 45 minutes, but because I'm not the trader, so it's hard for me to predict. But I'm just gonna show you, like, the difference, like between the poly market and that what we're gonna have on the Predixa. So like poly market right now is definitely the huge, yeah, it's the trend where so many people make the right prediction and they making the money, and in the same stuff like people also losing the money. But what is the really idea of the poly market? That all the time when you do something, you pay in the fees. Yeah, so like, if you lose, you pay in the fees. If you win, you pay in the fees. If you deposit the money, you pay in the fees. And I'm going to show you today how that works. So like you can see here is the my account. Yeah, so like, and I put little bit of the money right here, and I'm just maybe we're going to put some more. Yeah, like just to show you how that works. And the main idea, like, the difference of the what we're going to have in the Predixa and the poly market, that Predixa going to be 100% decentralized, and poly market it's like half decentralized. I even would say like it's the centralized platform, because yes, like, let's say if we want to join, so we should have only the wallet. Yeah, so like let me just disconnect my wallet from here. I'm gonna log out. Yeah, so like from the poly market, and let's say you want to sign up. So like you just click on the button sign up right here. You just like choose the wallet with which one you want to join. You can use the computer, you can use your mobile phone, whatever it is, and you can use the wallet, like, Token Pocket, MetaMask, Trust Wallet, whatever it is. I use the OKX wallet, the wallet from the exchange. That's why I just will gonna click on the login, because I already signed it up. I have the account. So just I click on this button. Yeah, so like it's required for me to sign this. Yeah, so like I confirm and I basically sign. So like that's it. That's all the registration. So you don't need to provide like information about yourself. You don't need to pass the KYC. You don't need to provide email and wait some notification to confirm that. So like this part we can say decentralized. Yeah, but like, the second part, when we actually want to participate in the all of these predictions, so of course we must have the money on that. Yeah, so like, and I have the money on my wallet. Yeah, so like little bit on the OKX, I think like $300, something like this. And if I want to participate, Yeah, so like in this prediction, let's go, for example, to the crypto. Yeah, so like we're just going right here on these 5 minutes charts, and I click on the next. Yeah, so like just right here on the next, some stuff, got it. And if I want to participate, yeah, so like I must to basically put some money in. But all of this trading is not going from my wallet. Yeah, so like I must to send the money from my wallet to the poly market wallet, which they provide for me. So like how that works, I click on the button deposit right over here, and you can see there is different options. I can just basically send the money like by the crypto, yeah, like from my wallet to that wallet which they provide for me, and this is that what I'm gonna do because it's fast. Also, it's possible to just go with the exchanges, like connect your exchange, and from the exchange send the money straight to the poly market, or you can use the cash. Yeah, so like there is an option to use the Apple Pay, to use the card, to use the Google Pay, like even they have the Revolut, PayPal, and also even they have the bank transfer. So like possible to send the money to them, wait for like 2 days, and your account gonna be funded, something like this. But it is already centralization, yeah, because I must to send my money to them, right? And once I send my money to wallet which Polymarket provide for me, so it means platform already centralized from this side. Because if they decide to restrict me, if they decide to take my money, they easily can do that, yeah, because and I can't do anything with that. So like let's say how that works. I have like $14 right there, like something like this, but let's just basically use this option. So I'm gonna choose BNB, no, not even BNB. I'm just gonna use USDT because I have the USDT on the Binance Smart Chain. All right, so like minimum to fund it is gonna be $3. So I'm just gonna use this on the Binance Smart Chain. I'm gonna copy this address right now. So it's going to be for me to get funded. And you can see that I need to go to my wallet. Yeah, so like right here, and I must to send a transaction. So it's not like I initiate the trade from my wallet. I must to like, firstly send money to them. So I click on the send. So like USDT, Binance Smart Chain is gonna be, I'm gonna provide this address. Yeah, so like, which I copy from there and click on the button next. And let's just put maybe, I don't know, I just don't want to lose too much. Yeah, because we'll see if I'm gonna win maybe this chart or I'm gonna lose. And like $5. So just click on the confirm. Okay. Once again, we check if everything correct. I hope it's correct. So like USDT on the Binance Smart Chain, and I click on the button confirm. And you can see right now I sent $5. Yeah, but they will gonna charge from me some fee even from that $5. So transaction been sent. Okay, so like we just need to wait for the 30 seconds, maybe sometimes like 1 minute to receive those funds. Okay, so I'm just gonna close this. Yeah, so like, and also we're gonna close this. So I have like 14, and right now it should be like 19. Yeah, so like just need to wait for the blockchain to update all of this. So once transaction, we're gonna go through this blockchain, so it's gonna be updated. So you can see it's 19 right now. Yeah, so let me just open the cache. Yeah, so like right over here, and let's just find this transaction. So like my history. So I sent $5, but they just took from me like little bit, like 2 cents. Yeah, so like all the time when you send some money, they charge from you the fee. When you trade, they charge from you the fee, like, and it doesn't matter. You lose or you win, you must pay the fees. So like that means already not a decentralization, right? It's like, start to be a centralized platform. This is the first part. And like, before we're gonna go to the exactly trading, like all of this prediction stuff, I also want to show you something. So, for example, I'm going to disconnect my wallet right now, like from here, just click on the log out. Okay, so like right now, just log out, and I have the VPN here. So like just let me go to the VPN. I hope they will not going to restrict me, but let's just choose, for example, Netherlands. Yeah, and also it's possible like on the VPN to choose any other country. And let's just right now connect once again. Okay. So just waiting for the few seconds. You can see I click on the confirm. Okay, and right now let me just refresh it, reload. So like the country should be changed to this Netherlands. Okay, so like just waiting for the couple of seconds. So like the information is, guys, that many countries is definitely restricted. Yeah, so like and it's actually not. 1 second. So and it's actually not possible to trade. Yeah, so like here you can see that if I'm on the Netherlands or maybe if I'm even in the United States, so I can't use the poly market. So like, of course, they have the United States version. Yeah, so like we just talked with David before the Zoom, and he said like we have some poly market US. Yeah, but like, with that one, you must pass the KYC, and it's already also not decentralized. So you can see, right? Australia, Belarus, Belgium, Burundi, Central African Republic, Congo, here's the United States, Miro Islands, Venezuela. So a lot of the countries is restricted. So for them, it's not possible, to trade on the global side. Yeah, so like it's definitely not possible. With the VPN, it's possible, but I'm not sure if they gonna block or restrict the account because they definitely can do that. Like if they want. So let's just me cancel this VPN just because I just want to really try to trade and to show you how that works. Now let's see without this VPN. So like it just should change the country. Okay, and right now let's just go to this crypto. Yeah, so like we're gonna go to this crypto stuff. And for example, we can just go for this 5 minutes Bitcoin chart. So just we're gonna go here. Yeah, so you can see that Jake been trade for these I think he did a few times. Sometimes he lost, sometimes he win, and I'm not sure. Yeah, so like if I win or I will lose, I don't like to lose, but just for the demonstration, let's just go for the $2. I can go for this buy down. Yeah, like I must to submit this. Click on the confirm. And right now I just submit that. Yeah, so like if the market will gonna go down right now, so I probably will gonna lose. Yeah, if I will gonna win, but if the market will gonna go up, so I will gonna lose because I just click to go down. Yeah, like all the time I'm just going in this, I'm losing the money. I don't know why. Maybe on this live stream, it's gonna be lucky for me and I will gonna win something. But it's like really addictive stuff, like for those people who understand how that works, who can just do the analysis. And I think like this, when I just basically join up or down, it's like the casino. So like need to make some analysis before doing that, and just like after that started. Yeah, so like that way gonna be more chances to win. But like you can see, yeah, so like so many people definitely like win money with that. I don't know, like when I just join this trading stuff, like on this 5 minute chart, when I'm just going click on the down, it's going up. When I click up, it's going down. But like so many people definitely using this, so many people excited, and that's why poly market right now is 100% the trend because they have politics, they have the sports, they have all of this stuff on which one you can make your prediction. Not like for the 5 minutes, yeah, but like it's possible to go for more. Yeah, so like you can see 17 seconds and I'm in the small minus. Yeah, so like I'm just in the small minus with that one. Yeah, but like just it's going basically more more down. So like maybe I'm gonna win something. First time with this stuff. Like let's see, 3 seconds, 1 second. No, I think I lost anyway. Yeah, so like I'm just not sure why, but maybe definitely somewhere right there. So like minus 1.82. So like not sure. Yeah, so like why basically it's going all the time like that, but just like I must to have some more like analysis before joining this stuff. Yeah, but like definitely people sometimes win with this, and that guys who like definitely know how to work, so they win. And definitely so like we can just go here and check how that go. Yeah, so like to win 7 like 02, that basically how that goes. And I can just click right now on the sell to at least get no cash out. I cannot get anything cash out because I basically lost that one. Yeah, so like simple as that. That's how the poly market is works. Yeah, so like right over here. So like with the Predixa is definitely gonna be different because guys, Predixa 100% decentralized. Yeah, so like and even Jake with the creators, they just create a PDF together with Nicholas where they provide all of these difference. Yeah, so like if we check the decentralization of the pooling market, so like it is of course not fully decentralized. Yeah, so like it the part decentralized that you need to like anyway send money to them, but but like you don't have to go through the KYC. You don't need to set your passwords. That's like you don't need. Yeah, but anyway, it's a centralized platform. So like also like it's not available in the Europe and like Asia, and you just seen that. Yeah, so like once I change the VPN, so like it's blocked me, so I can't use it. Also, like they don't have the combo bets. Combo bets, it's like the leverage on the exchange. For example, on the poly market, you can just choose up or down. You can use like some single trade, but you can't use that combo bets like a leverage. Yeah, so like on the Predixa, it's gonna be possible, and plus the trading gonna be integrated because that's what we have on the Predixa, guys. It's like the product from the TMX exchange, yeah, like from the DEX. So that will gonna work together, yeah, and plus the token buyback burn and the passive income for that people who like join right now. So all of that is possible, and of course, right now it's the round of the creation. Also, like I received some messages from the guys, they saying, okay, if I'm joined right now, what I should do. So like, after the participation, guys, right now you don't have to do actually anything, yeah, because it's the creation stage. So like you just participate right now, you're waiting for the launch. Yeah, so like simple as that. Also, it's possible to use the bridges right here. So like possible to go with actually any crypto. So like USDT, like, USDC, all of this is right over here. So like you just go in, like, minimum is going to be $100 and like, click on the just get in this quote and like participate, and with the quote you're gonna get additional 10% of this liquidity. And also we have the really good example, and also David today he made a really great video. If you didn't see that, you can check this on the materials inside the Telegram channel, guys. And just right over here we have an example, guys. If you, for example, participate from the like $30,000, of course it's in the perfect scenario, yeah. So like once the liquidity from the poly market, like part of the liquidity, even like 1%, will gonna go into the Predixa. So it's possible to receive these numbers. Yeah, it's like not 1000% guarantee that exactly gonna be like that. Maybe it's gonna be even more, yeah, but maybe it also gonna be less. Yeah, but let's say like if the 1% of that like community of that liquidity, which poly market is due every month, we're gonna go into the Predixa. So we're gonna have like some kind of numbers which you can see on this example. So let's say like a daily platform revenue gonna be 650,000, and like it's gonna be possible with the 30 grand make like 3,250 a day. Yeah, like from this 1% of the pool, because like 50% of the all fees, yeah, like gonna be divided between those people who participate on this creation stage. Yeah, so like you provide liquidity definitely right now, and then this liquidity brings for you the passive income, and even possible to receive this money back in the 10 days, like that initial deposit which you put, and which one will gonna work for you. But like I said, yeah, like it should be once that even like 1% of the poly market gonna join Predixa. Yeah, of course we're working on that, like to promote, to bring more people in this, to explain to the guys why it's different, why it's more interested, why it's like decentralized, and you just seen that. And of course, like those people who participate right now, they have the really great chance to make some really good money. So like I'm not sure if Brian set it up his laptop. Yeah, like I can see Brian right here. So yeah, Brian, you can just go ahead if you're ready.
Yeah, I'll try my best. You did a good job going over everything. I'm trying to figure out this new zoom on this thing. It's like makes my head even bigger. It's crazy. So happy Monday. So I know Jake will be here on Wednesday, but and I get a lot of questions from people on they just don't understand what the poly market is. They don't understand what prediction market is. I could say, well, you haven't even tried to ask any questions or watch the video, but it's simply yes or no, up and down. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Boy, I don't know. This looks really weird. Let's see what's going on here. Open all systems. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to share screen right now or not. Let's see. Might just hang up on me and I might have to come back in. Yeah, I think I can't share screen or we'll close the Zoom and then come back. But like Tim was showing, it's simply up and down. There's volume.
Yeah,
to where
let me know what to share, Brian. I will open. Let me know what to share.
just go to the website, go to the main website or the Predixa website and just scroll down to,
Okay.
like almost like ways to predict the yes and no. Yeah, right there. So I mean, it's just up and down. Don't overthink this. This is made simple for people to be able to use their crypto to make money with it. And then for us, a community-based platform to deposit the liquidity and to get paid off of it. And then when we shut off the people able to add PLP, we're in there for life. Nobody else can add to it. It's going to generate its own funds. I mean, any research you do, you're going to find where it's like over 90% of people actually lose on these because they just keep playing over time. You can say, why do they do it? But go to a casino. Why does everybody keep going to the casino? They just keep doing it. So it sounds easy, it looks easy, but it's 50-50, yes or no, but that's how it goes. But this is a lot easier than trading. So now, if you can, Tim, go to what is in it for the TMX holders a little bit. And this in with the TMX holders, just at the very top, profit for TMX holders, just click
Very
that.
top. Okay, one second, Brian. So just
No, the tab at the top, right there, profit for TMX holders.
okay, okay.
Bang, right there. So in all of us, we're going to greatly benefit from this because the burn back, basically burn back the crypto put in a dead wallet. Every time someone enrolls here, they're going to get a TMX token, which is great for the amount of holders that we have. Then all the fees, 20% of those fees that are going through this whole mechanism is going to be bought TMX and put into a wallet. It's basically kind of like a burn, where they're never going to be used again. So that will increase the price and lower the supply, which it'll constantly give that demand. So it's really good for us, like unbelievable for us. So the more you can stack up on TMX tokens right now, and I'm saying that this is the same thing I'm going to keep saying over and over because this is how it works. But it's the more TMX that you have and the more you have staked into the perpetual leverage trading exchange is the more TMX you're making, right? We got 8 million tokens over the next 5 years. It's going to be given out to those people that have it staked there. So keep staking, keep generating more TMX because when Predixa goes live and those fees come in, you see those combo bets. If those combo bets end every 5 minutes, that's fees. Every 5 minutes, there's fees. I don't know if it's going to buy TMX every 5 minutes with those fees or if it's buying once a day. I don't know what's on the smart contract for that. But just think about it. No matter what, that yes or no question is Bitcoin going up or down, Solana, Ethereum going up or down ends every 5 minutes. That not 3 days from now, if I get in a trade right now and go long at 5%, I could probably leave it there for a couple years. Who knows? I mean, then the fee never happens until I close that trade. It's it's great for me, but for the TLP providers, you got to wait until those trades close to get paid on fees. Here, we're getting paid every 5 minutes from those fees and that volume that's coming through. So it's going to be really exciting. And I don't know if you read that PDF, but there's going to be an affiliate part to Predixa where you get to earn 10% on bringing people in too. So everybody will have their own links to be able to share a prediction market that they either are invested in, that they're earning on the fees, and they're going to earn 10% when they bring someone in to use it. So this is a lot different than Polymarket or I can't even remember the other one, Kashi, or I can't say it right. But also, ours is just ran through a 12 seed phrase, a wallet address. That's it. So you got people that are playing bets on themselves on Polymarket, but they have to register their name. They have to do all these things to where everybody's going to know what they're doing. Here, nobody knows who you are. You see Tim's up there, E286. Who is E286? No idea. Tim could start a new wallet tomorrow and you wouldn't know what that one is. It's just another wallet. Wallet, move the funds to another wallet, move the funds to another wallet. Nobody knows who's doing what, who's betting on what. So it's completely decentralized. It's a way for people to stack up their money into a decentralized wallet, a non-custodial wallet that nobody's going to tax you on any of your swaps or any of your gains or any of your losses. That's why the world is moving to DeFi. That's why every single time someone trades and you hear about it, where so and so did $100 million for it had to be the government. Nobody knows who it is because it's all on Hyperliquid or on another decentralized leverage trading exchange where it's only a wallet attached to it, so nobody knows who it is. You go and trade on Binance or MEXC, all those, all your information's on there. They know who you are. There's no getting around it. And like Tim said too, you're in control of your funds. It's in your wallet. You're not sending your money to Polymarket where it's in their control. So there's a lot of cool features with ours, and not only the buyback, which is I think is awesome. That's like, there's some whales on here right now that has a lot of TMX. Like, oh, I can't wait. Even if it's an extra $10,000 a day in fees, that's buying TMX and throwing it in a dead wallet. Just think about the price of TMX going up and the supply and demand of it. That's awesome. And then if you got some PLP in there, even better, you're just going to be earning. So those figures are right. Those numbers are right, what you can earn on this, because the amount of money that will go into the platform and paid out is incredible. So can you send crypto to TMX Global and cash it out? Okay. Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, you can, James. Welcome back, buddy. So besides that, guys, it's a phenomenal thing. Don't overthink these poly markets. Start asking questions to ChatGPT about it if you're new, or just Google it or whatever you want to do if you don't use it. And yeah, I mean, so it just make we're gonna make fees. We're gonna make fees. Our TMX is gonna go up. It is simple yes or no questions. I mean, do I know Fed cut rates are cut rates before July? No, but I would probably guess yes, just because more of the percentage does it. So you can see where you're like, oh, I'm gonna follow instead of going against the market. Is Bitcoin gonna be above 150? Yes or no? Who knows? You're just guessing instead of doing a Bitcoin long, hoping it goes to 150 and you 3x'd it or you got liquidated. You know what I mean? So, um, but yeah, I mean that's just how it goes. So yeah, that's simple. Yeah. And James, yeah, I know you can definitely move funds to load on the cards over there or whatever, and or move it to bank accounts. That's what that program is for. It's awesome. But besides that, this is phenomenal. This is what we're talking about. But prediction market is the future in any type of trading. It's not going anywhere. They've made a huge statement with this. It's much easier to do it, everything on. Read that PDF. David put an awesome video in the Telegram chat that you can just watch, and he kind of goes through and talks about it, gives you examples on what Polymarket has made, and like we just got to get it like 0.01 of that percent, which I think will happen because there's going to be a lot of marketing around that to build that in. So yeah, the window's still there. It's like 30 something days. Any information you need to hype it up. Nicholas has started marketing chats, different things in there. We got like AI things. We got a whole bunch of different stuff that you can take screenshots from the PDF, share it, and just get it out there. Bring more people into the community. That's the whole point. But yeah, I mean that's it. That's all I have. I'm ready for Wednesday to see if Jake has any updates. But the fact that you can bridge any token that's in your wallet to pay for this is cool. You know what I mean? Like you can use Polygon USDC. That's what Tim's messing with right now. USDC on the Polygon network he can use. He can use on the Ethereum network, BNB, all these different networks. Some people, they've never even heard of them. I've never even heard of some of them. So I think Jake was actually going to add Tron network on there too, so people can move over Tron USDT. But if you have, say, Tron, and you can just go connect your wallet to Uniswap and swap it for a really low fee, and then use Arbitrum USDT, and they're no problem. So, but yeah, any questions, just reach out. Discord is there. Support is in the Discord. A lot of you guys on here obviously have all of our information, and we're here and available to help any single time with it. So yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, awesome, Brian. Yeah, so like definitely, guys, and yeah, like Brian said, David made some really great overview today. So like David, maybe you want to add something for that,
Yeah,
just a little bit.
yeah, no, I think what would be really cool right now is if we're on this call, let's run some numbers. So Tim, can you share your calculator? I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
have you plug in some numbers, and if you guys want to get your calculator or just watch the replay, but I think as
Once.
long as everybody understands how to run the numbers, because it is a little intimidating at first. You're like, how? What do I get if I buy $1,000 worth of PLP? What do I get if I buy $10,000 worth of PLP? In the video that I made, I ran if somebody buys 150,000 of PLP, and of course 30,000 of PLP, okay, and even 15,000 of PLP. But let's do a lower number so people could kind of tap into, if I come in with $1,000 bucks.
So
So
what do you want me to do? To share the calculator? Just the
you
simple
share the
calculator?
yeah, share the calculator. I'm going to give you some numbers.
Okay, just one
So
second. Let me just share that and you will let me know if you, yeah, I hope you could see this. Yeah, so here's the calculator. You can see this, right?
it's low. Yeah, I see it right now. Okay.
Okay,
So let's just say somebody says, I got $10,000.
10,000, yeah?
How much? Yeah, 10,000. But real fast, I just want to specify that if you have a certain amount of money, you know that we're raising $3 million, right? So what you got to ask yourself is, what is if you have 10,000, you're like, what percentage of 10,000 is to 3 million? What is that percentage? It'll give you 0.333%, right? So what I'm going to do is this, Tim, based on the pitch deck that we have when Jake and Nicholas put that together. It goes based on very conservative numbers. And if you guys see the pitch deck, you're going to see 5 million a day in standard and 5 million a day in the triple bet. Now, when that happens, that's only $10 million. If you guys seen the video, Polymarket makes millions of dollars in a day, right? In billions of dollars in a month. So that $10 million is a fraction of what they make. So let's just plug in these numbers. So you want to do 600, so delete that 10,000, put 650,000, because that's what potentially Predixa will be making in a day, right?
Okay,
So, and then you want to times um, 50%. So times 50.
times
I'm
50?
sorry. Well, 50%. You want to do 50% of that.
Okay, so like times 50%.
Equals, okay. Now what you want to do is okay, now you know that you bought $10,000 worth of PLP. So you're going to do times 0.3333. So four threes. So times
Times 0.333, like this.
0.3333. One more three.
One more, like this.
Yeah. Yeah. Equals. Okay. And then now what you want to do is, uh, hold on. Let me make sure I'm doing the math right. Now, you know what? I think I messed up. Hold on, let me do it. I'm better at it when I'm doing it myself. Let me see. 650,000 times 50% times 0.333% close. Yeah, dude, times 0.3333%. Let's see what happens.
Again,
Times, yeah, I think I messed
uh,
up, but
0.333 again.
yeah.
Okay,
Per,
$36,103.
percent. Yeah, you know what? I messed up. I totally got to do it again, but it's easier when you do 1%, 5%. I'm going below that 1%. So if you want to just do do what's on the pitch deck, do 650,000
650,000. Okay.
times 50%.
You mean times like multiply on 50%?
Uh-huh, yeah. And you're gonna get $325,000.
Okay, and 50%.
Mm-hmm. And then you're gonna
Okay,
do times, because you know what percentage you got, do 1%.
on
This is
1%.
if somebody puts in 30,000.
Okay,
Mhm. So now you're making 3,250 a day. Times 30 days, that's $97,500 a month.
okay,
So you guys get that? I mean, that's basically how the math works. It's when you get below the 1%, I still got to work on. But yeah, just know exactly how much you're buying, what percentage that is to 3 million. And then based on 650,000, potentially what we can make in a day with Predixa. And that's just the beginning. I mean, things are going to evolve. It's going to be 10 million a day, 20 million, 50 million. So it's just the beginning. But yeah, that's how you do the math.
okay. Okay, they're pretty cool, Dave.
Yeah.
Mm, Yeah, so like 100% guys. So like join for us on Wednesday. It's gonna be like much more details behind the screen that what Jake working on right now with the devs. And I think of course he'll gonna provide more information about the token price prediction. Yeah, like for the TMX token and some more information about the details on this prediction stuff and new listings on the Pionics. So like he working on that as well. So gonna be the really really cool Zoom. Yeah, and I think that's it then like for today. That what we prepared, some like overview and update, and definitely we'll see you on the Wednesday. Yeah, so like if Brian, you don't want to add something more. Okay, awesome. So like see you guys on Wednesday.